Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
Good morning. Welcome to Daily Tech News. My name is Alan Smithson. And today is Wednesday, July 3rd. We're halfway through the year, and something that I thought would take another couple of years has happened already. Meta just introduced text to 3D, so let's get into it. Check this out. Meta's new text to 3D generator creates 3D models in under 1 minute. Wow. Okay, so check it out. You got some 3D models here. It says, while Meta deals with artificial intelligence in the form of constantly changing content tagging system, the company's research wing is hard at work on novel generative AI, including new Meta 3D Gen platform that delivers text to 3D asset generation with high quality geometry and textures. Okay, so we'll get past all the ads. This system can generate 3D assets with high resolution textures and material maps end to end with results that are superior in quality to previous state-of-the-art solutions at 3 to 10 times the speed of previous work. Okay, so you can see here video of the 3D models, and they look pretty convincing. This is great for game development, great for scene development, whatever it is you're trying to do. It is really, really easy. Okay, so of course you want just text to 3D. There's a croissant. It's hard to believe that these aren't scanned. These are actually 3D models that have been developed just simply by AI. It's like mind-blowing that this is a thing. So if you go down here, you can see all the different things, but talks about the input stage and how this works. So you basically text a T-Rex wearing a green wool sweater, text to 3D, so it generates the mesh, it generates the 3D object, and then generates the texture. So stage 2 is the texture refinement, and then of course retexturing. So the cool thing is you can retexture these. So if you're building anything in 3D, stop what you're doing, take a look at this. I'll put a link to the chat here, or put a link in the YouTube video. But it's really incredible. If you look at kind of the state of the art right now is CSM Cube 2, Tripo 3D, Meshi, Rodin, and then of course Metas. And you can see the difference between them. A sushi tray containing pugs. That's awesome. And if you zoom in, they got a sushi tray with pugs. And I will put the links in there. There's a technical paper. If you go over to here, there's a complete abstract and technical paper here you can download, and it's all here online. You can go see how they did it, get in there, and of course you can see who wrote it, so you can see the geniuses behind Meta's text to 3D. Okay, over to other AI news. This is really neat. This is Sora plus ChatGPT and OpenAI's unreleased voice engine to create a nature documentary in multiple languages in only 3 minutes. It is worth watching. Let's take a look.
A diffusion model that's able to generate videos from a very simple prompt, and this is one of them. So in the interest of time, I've already sent this prompt to Sora, describing a documentary with a tree frog, very precise on what I'm expecting. And if I click here, this is what came out of Sora. It's pretty cool. But next, what I'd like to do is kind of bring this video to life, you know? And here what I'm doing is like I simply sliced frames out of the video of Sora. And what I'm going to do next is very simple. I'm going to send.
Oh no. Oh no, it looks like we lost the Wi-Fi here. All right, well, I'm going to keep going because I'm not sure what happened, but let's see if I can skip through it here. No, it's not going to work.
I'm going to click Analyze and Narrate.
Here we go. What it does, man, gotta love real-time internet. This is why we do the show live, folks. So I don't know.
At least I wanted to show you one thing that we also
created a script.
Recently. And if you sneak peek to the awards there, I just need to record a few seconds of my voice. I'm super excited to see the audience that's really captivated by these modalities and what we can now build on the OpenAI platform. All right. Hey, so I'm on stage at the AI Engineer Awards Fair.
So we recorded his voice, and then check it out.
In the heart of the dense, misty forest, a vibrant frog makes its careful way along a moss-covered branch. It's pretty cool. Black and yellow.
So ChatGPT made the video, made the audio, made the script, and then overlaid it on top of the video without anything other than his prompting. Mind-blowing stuff. I will put this link into the comments of the YouTube video. Please hit subscribe. We hit 600 subscribers and 85,000 views for the channel yesterday. So very excited. Thank you for subscribing. If you did, I appreciate it. All right. What is the best interface for Gen AI? It depends on the use case. So one of the things that you'll notice here, there's a ton of different, UX, but what you're starting to see is they're all starting to look the same. If I scroll down here, you got ChatGPT, which is OpenAI's interface, which is pretty standard. You got your stuff on the left, you've got your message ChatGPT, and then as you go down, you're like, wait a second, this Gemini, looks very familiar. What about Hugging Face? What about Anthropic? A little bit different, but all have the dark interface except for Copilot. Copilot's like, no, we're going to have a white background, and it's totally different. So good for you, Copilot, for bucking the trend. And then you have Inflection AI Pi. This is actually really cool because you can do it on your WhatsApp, you can do it in text message, all these things. So you're starting to see, and Whom has a totally different one as well. And so the UX behind how you interface with AI is starting to get different, and that's nice. We're starting to see what works, what doesn't work. Okay, over to Mary Meeker, an investor, has really made her mark around the world, but she's really wants AI to partner with education, and she's written her first report in over 4 years focused on the relationship between AI and the U.S. higher education system. And her annual Internet Trends report, which was amazing. For years, she did this annual Internet Trends report. But what she's done, she says, Meeker argues that the U.S. has wrestled with AI lead from China, and the key to staying ahead for the tech is for universities to treat each other as partners rather than obstacles. So AI and technology and universities need to partner together. I wholeheartedly believe this, and that's why we're building Unlimited Awesome, the intersection of technology and education. So if you're interested in this, I will put it, it's bondcap.com/reports/AIU. And you can go, there's all her internet reports, but you can scroll down here and you can start to see, there it is, the AI in Universities report right here. You can click on it and get into it. And there you go. So, oops, I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. So you can go in and check that out. All right. Google Translate just doubled its number of supported languages. This is really neat. I don't know if you've ever tried to use Google Translate. It works in so many different languages. But what they did now is they just added support for 110 new languages, which is nearly double the languages that it supported before. And they're using the PaLM 2 large language model for these. And if you ever had to, write something in a different language, you can do it now in 243 different languages. Wow, super cool stuff. Okay, now, as you may know from if you watch our show, data centers use an enormous amount of power and create heat, and it's a cluster. And data centers in space could be one solution to AI's big energy problem, because we don't need to create energy. We can just use solar, and it's unfiltered. We don't have the Earth blocking a lot of the solar rays, so we can just do data centers in space and beam down the data. So as AI boosts demand for more data storage, Europe is considering sending data centers into space, and the plan is not as outlandish as it may first appear. 16-month, $2 million studies concluded that space-based data centers are technically, economically, and environmentally feasible. So this is really cool. They aim to deploy 13 data centers, building blocks, with a total capacity of 10 megawatts by 2036. We're going to use a ton of power in the world, so we may as well try to push some of these things into space where they're not going to harm our environment. Now, we have to be careful not to completely block out our entire space area around the Earth, so that we have some room to fly people in and out. But very cool, interesting stuff there. This is neat. Agility Robots Digit Humanoid lands the first official job. So it says they continue to have a leg up on the humanoid race. They signed a multi-year deal with GXO Logistics, the world's largest pure-play contract logistics provider, to deploy its digit humanoids in various logistics operations. And what you can see here is, kill the volume there. This robot can move things around a warehouse. It's just like a human. And for tasks that humans are doing, where they're carrying things around long spaces, moving things around. It looks like it's a tethered robot. It looks like they're tethered there. Maybe they're not. Doesn't look all that great yet, but it seems like this will be something that that takes off. All right, over to Japan. Japan plans Autoflow Road as a 310-mile conveyor belt between Tokyo and Osaka. And this is really cool because it's going to replace 25,000 trucks on the road at any given time. And here, let me move over here. It's a belt conveyor to carry freight of 25,000 trucks a day so that we don't have trucks doing this. It's, this is actually trucks driving in traffic, and this is a useless waste of time, energy, and space. And Japan is looking to get rid of that, and they're going to do 500 kilometers between Tokyo and Osaka. That's all I got for you today. That has been Daily Tech News. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody. Peace. Yay.